You don't need an illness to need a doctor. You don't need to feel sick to feel better. You don't need to be unwell to get well. What you do need is a primary care physician or provider at Sanford Health. Better health care starts with regular wellness visits and a familiar face who knows you, your concerns, and your goals. We're here before you need us. We're here when you need us. We're here after you need us. We're here for you. Sanford Health. Health lives here.
Weather changes constantly. Be prepared. Weather app. From viewing conditions with our Doppler radar to just a simple temp check, you can be sure to stay informed with the First Alert Weather app. It's weather when you want it.
Well, welcome back. It is 5:52 and time to take you through a few of our top headlines this morning.
A district attorney in Northern California says power company PG&E is criminally liable for the deadly Zog fire. 4 people died in it, and it devastated Shasta and Tiama counties last year. This March, CAL FIRE officials said the fire was caused by a pine tree hitting PG&E electrical lines. Charges from the DA's office are expected by the end of September, the 1-year anniversary of that blaze. The DA's announcement comes as PG&E admits its equipment might have sparked the ongoing Dixie fire right now. The economy continues to emerge from the depths of the COVID-19 pandemic. Weekly jobless claims fell by 24,000 to 400,000. Meanwhile, the economy grew at 6.5%. That's about 2% less than what was predicted, though. Areas of the economy remain underwater as the labor market in particular has struggled to get back to normal.
All right, let's turn things to weather, and we need rain. We've needed this for a while. Sounds like maybe we'll get some today, huh?
Yeah, I was going to say we have rain out in central South Dakota right now. We've been talking about the smoke that we had around yesterday due to wildfires up in Canada, and so we do have that still around here this morning. So we're not going to be dealing with the rain. We're going to be dealing with a little bit of that smoke as well. I don't think it's going to be as bad as it was yesterday, but you can see from on this graphic, this kind of orange color is kind of where we're seeing the most smoke right now due to those Canadian wildfires. Look at all the fire emblems right here just to the north of Winnipeg, up by Lake Winnipeg. All that smoke, that is coming down here. So where we do have the rain this morning out in central South Dakota, that is helping kind of tap down that smoke, so to say, and as that slides down to the southeast, that's going to help us here in the tri-state area. But
well, the Delta variant causing a coronavirus surge in many states. The concerns about this variant coming up.
A former Coyote is ready for his Olympic debut tomorrow. He tells us what helps him calm down before competing.
And I'm scouting in live in Freeman this morning, where the South Dakota Chislik Festival will be taking place tomorrow. I'll tell you how you can win this grill at the event coming up here on Dakota News Now.
This is Dakota News Now.
Well, good morning from all of us at Dakota News Now. Thanks for joining us on this Friday morning. I'm Eric Thorstensen.
And I'm Vanessa Gomez. It's so good to have you with us. Happy Friday to everyone out there. Also, my last day here.
Bittersweet Friday for all of us. Is it's your last day here at Dakota News Now after 5.5 years here.
5.5 years here. Started out as the morning reporter.
Yeah, you've been a staple on the morning show because, I mean, you started as a morning reporter. You spent a brief time in the evenings.
Yep.
And then came back to
mornings. And then came back to mornings.
Yeah.
I liked this shift better, believe it or not, the 1:30 a.m. wake-up call.
Well, we're going to miss you. Where are you going? Tell us.
I'm going to Sanford, so I'm staying in this area, which is awesome. So I get to see a lot of you in the community still, which is great. I'll be working in their news and media relations departments there, so that'll be fun.
So we'll still see you.
Yes, absolutely. And thank you to you guys so far. This morning has been great. I know you guys have put a lot of work into it, kind of getting people to give messages and look back on everything.
There may be some more tears here this morning.
I know. I'm already like I'm an emotional person, so this is an emotional day for me.
Let's turn things to weather. Meteorologist Aaron Doudna joins us, and it's going to cool down big time. He brought the Kleenex. Yes, he brought the
We're going to need another box down now.
Oh, God. I'm going to have to dig up another box. Okay, good to know. We have a little bit of rain here this morning. Here to start off, we need the rain. We're going to really need it here through the rest of the day. It's going to continue moving south and east. We have just a big blob of rain out there right now in central South Dakota. Mitchell getting ready to see a little bit of rain, some lightning, some thunder possible here this morning as well. Temperatures for most of us are in the 60s here to kick off our Friday. But after the rain gets out of here, we are going to see temperatures start to warm up a little bit. We're talking about a return to the 90s here for some of us, so we'll talk more about the extended forecast here in a few more minutes, guys.
All right, sounds good. Thanks, Aaron. Now we turn to some national news headlines. The CDC expected to release new information today that explains why it revised its guidance on masks for fully vaccinated Americans.
Yesterday, President Biden announcing a host of new rules to boost COVID vaccinations.
Faith Abube is in Washington with the urgent call to action.
This morning, the Delta variant's putting federal health officials on high alert.
It's a good thing I came because most likely my kids probably would have found me. I probably would have died at home.
And as the COVID public health threat continues here in Washington, Democrats are rushing to extend a pandemic ban on evictions before it expires tomorrow. In Washington, Faith Abube, ABC News.
In weather-related news, an overheating planet and temperature surge is causing the biggest meltdown of the year for Greenland. The amount of ice that liquefied on Tuesday alone would be enough to cover the whole state of Florida in nearly 2 inches of water. And this is the third instance of extreme melting on Greenland in the past decade. Today is the kickoff of Ice Bucket Challenge Month in Massachusetts, and Boston is celebrating the legacy of the man who inspired that challenge today. Pete Freites lost his battle with ALS back in 2019, but his idea for the Ice Bucket Challenge has raised more than $220 million to fight the disease. In his memory, his wife is staging a celebration of his life. While there is no cure for ALS, efforts like the Ice Bucket Challenge have advanced research and continues to offer hope for the future.
Well, former USD kayak pole vaulter Chris Nielsen is anxiously awaiting his chance to compete in the Olympics. Chris has jumped all over the world, but competing in any form comes with a lot of nerves and pressure, and the Olympics certainly heighten that. So how does he do it? What does he do to calm himself down?
Scream. I literally scream before I vault. Which is a very new thing. It only came about this indoor season because I went to this one meet, and it was like my first meet over in Europe, and I jumped 18.4, and I was like really mad about it. And I asked my coach Derek, I was like, what's wrong? He's like, you just don't look like you're very intense about it at all. You look like you're just strolling through the park smelling the roses. He's like, hype yourself up, yell, get mad, I don't care, do something, get better. And then the very next meet I screamed before vaults that I was feeling especially nervous at, and I jumped personal best indoors.
There you go. Well, we'll all be screaming for him Saturday in the prelims. He has to make the final 12 to get into the finals on Tuesday.
Hey,
very simple.
If it works, it works.
Yeah, just that's what his coach, like I said, his coach should know he's been to the Olympics 3 times.
Yeah.
So just scream. And he had a personal best after that.
I hope they get that on camera in the prelims so we can see it.
All right, well, a big event is coming back to the community of Freeman.
The South Dakota Chislik Festival returns tomorrow. It was canceled last year, of course, because of the pandemic. Scott Ingen joining us live in Freeman this morning with a little preview. Good morning, Scott.
Hey, good morning, Thor and Vanessa. I am live in Freeman this morning. I'm standing in the Prairie Arboretum in the community, and this is where the Chislik Festival is going to be taking place. It's about 40 acres of land here, and there's going to be dozens of vendors serving up Chislik, a variety of other foods. Of course, there's going to be beverages and entertainment as well. And the event's going to be going on at starting at 10 o'clock tomorrow morning, goes till 9 o'clock in the evening. Obviously, there's plenty of Chislik. There's going to be beverages, entertainment, goes all throughout the day. And if you want to find out more information about the South Dakota Chislik Festival, you can just head on over to your Dakota News Now app. I'll include all that information there just a little bit later this morning. But for now, Thor, Vanessa, back to you. Hopefully next segment, we're going to have some Chislik made for us and try it out.
My fingers are crossed for you.
Oh, yeah. And Chislik, we've talked about, it's one of the, when you came here from California, you'd never heard of it?
Never heard of it. It's a regional thing, and really only a South Dakota thing.
Yes.
And Governor, I did a story on this. Governor Dennis Dugard signed a bill into law that it is the official nosh of South Dakota. So it's the official food.
You can find it everywhere. I mean, every
So
restaurant,
good.
bar, all over the place. It is so good. Well, stay with us. Well, actually, if you're watching the Olympics, well, actually, no, we got a break right now.
We do have a break.
I'm all emotional too. It's your last day here. I'm all messed. I'm an
No
emotional
one knows
mess
what's
too.
going on. It's fine. Stick with us for my last day here at Dakota News Now. We'll be right back.
Catch Dakota News Now at 9 on Fox Sioux Falls. It's news when you want it.
Well, Vanessa, I still remember several years ago when you and I think your parents walked into the studio when you were just starting, and you know, we got to talking about Sacramento, and I was a Kings fan and all that, and that seems like it's gone by so fast. And sorry to see you go, but I'm sure this is a great move for you and your career and your future.
Yeah, us Nightsiders don't get much time to actually see you in the newsroom, but when we do, you always have a big smile on your face, and that's one thing I'm definitely going to miss about you, Vanessa, and you've been a great addition and a joy to work with.
And remember, Vanessa used to be a Nightsider.
Yep.
Right?
And then she got sick of Phil and I, and she said, I need to go to mornings and hang
Not
out
true.
with Thor. We gave you a lot of grief about that move, but Vanessa, you did it so well. You really knocked it out of the park on the morning news. Always proud of you, friend, and we're glad that we're keeping you close.
Absolutely.
Aww.
Night team, where
Night
you used to
crew.
be on the night crew
I know,
for a
and
little while.
so that's where I first
Yeah.
kind of hung out with you. And I knew Aaron before I really got to know you, just because Aaron worked on the morning show when I started at KSFY. And so I got to know him, and then I got to know you a little bit more on the night news. And I love, there is nothing wrong with the night crew.
Yeah.
Let me get that out in the
you
open.
like these hours,
but I did enjoy these hours more, just because it's either you worked 2 p.m. to 11 p.m. I never got to see my husband when I worked that. And now I work 3 a.m. to about noon, so at least I get to see my husband for an hour or two at night. And so that's, you know, that's going to be a big change. I'm going to be working 8 to 5.
Yeah, now
in
you're
this
going to
next
regular
job.
hours.
Yeah, so that's something I'm really looking forward to.
Working 9 to 5, just like the song says, right?
I know. Where's Dolly Parton when you need her?
You're right. Hey, let's go ahead and talk about some weather here this morning. We do have rain out in central South Dakota that we need to talk about here this morning. That is moving off to the east and to the southeast this morning, too. Go ahead and throw the loop on for you before I walk over to the big green wall that you can't see. And you can see everything's really starting to take a turn to the south and east. And that's kind of what we've been expecting. That's kind of what we've been anticipating here this morning.
Powerful and playful. Delicate and precise. Bold and carefree. It's the way you move, and it moves us. To deliver care for your whole family. To provide options beyond the expected. To help you leave pain in the past and find your way forward. Orthopedics and sports medicine at Sanford Health. Health lives here.
Well, welcome back to Dakota News Now. Here's a look at a few of today's top stories.
Yeah, these smoky conditions leading to warnings from health officials in both South Dakota and Minnesota. All this smoke is coming in from 500 miles to the north in Canada, where a massive 300 square mile wildfire is burning on the eastern shores of Lake Winnipeg.
We're learning more about the group who spearheaded the search for a missing Del Rapids woman. Kenyon Brown's body was found Wednesday night in a field outside of Del Rapids less than a week after she was reported missing. The group, Prairie Patriots, is a nonprofit that organized a team of communications, boots on the ground, and drones to lead a search on Wednesday. The drone is what led to the discovery of the body. The Prairie Patriots are entirely privately funded. Ooh, an exciting week ahead for our morning reporter Scott Ingen and photojournalist Shane Trail as they hit the road.
Yeah, Scott joins us live to give us a little preview of what you're going to be doing next week. Scott.
Hey, Thor, Vanessa. So it's going to be an exciting week starting on Monday. Me and our photographer, Shane Trail, we're going to hit the road to find out how our communities across South Dakota and some of our most iconic destinations in the state are getting back on track since the COVID-19 pandemic. And this is really just something that we're going to be doing all week long, just stopping in different communities, finding out how they're recovering and getting back to normal as we go forward with this pandemic that we're just coming out of. And I'm really looking forward to showing off some of our really fun places here in the state of South Dakota. And it's something we've been planning for a long time, and I think it's something our viewers are really going to enjoy.
And this is something, I mean, it's not only going to be fun for the viewers, but it's also going to be fun for you, Scott. And I know each day it's going to be a different location. We're not going to reveal where you are going to be going, but can you give us a little hint of where you're going to be on Monday and maybe a little hint of what people can expect next week?
Okay, so Vanessa, we're going to be going West River, except for Monday. I'll give you a hint. We will be East River for one day on the trip, and then starting on Tuesday, we'll be West River for the next 4 days. And I'll give you a hint to the community that we're going to be in on Monday. So Oscar Howe, he has designed murals for this community's most famous attraction for 23 years. And so if you want to find out more about what city that is, you're going to need to tune in on Monday. It's going to be a lot of fun, and then you're going to want to tune in the rest of the week, because I'll be giving hints just like that throughout the week, kind of just hinting ahead to where I'm going to be, and you can kind of get involved by guessing where I'm going to be on our Facebook page throughout the week too.
I have a feeling a lot of people know exactly where he's going to be after that trivia question.
Maybe not.
On Monday.
We're going to post it to our Facebook, though. So if you think you know the answer, head to our Facebook page in about 5 minutes. It'll be posted there. But how fun is that for Scott? I'm leaving at the wrong time.
I know you're going to miss that next one. I know you'll be up, though. You're still going to get up every day at 5 a.m. to watch the show.
Just to watch you guys. No, I'm just kidding. Yeah, you never know. I am a morning person.
Yeah, you'll be up.
Absolutely.
Get up watch it still. So, all right, Scott Ingen joining us live. Actually, we're gonna. He has something else. Scott, do you have something else? One more thing to say?
Yeah. So, like you said, Thor. Unfortunately, Vanessa's not going to be around next week to find out where we're going throughout the road trip, and so I just wanted to wish her best on her next venture. And kind of a fun story, when I interned for KSFY back in 2018, that summer, Vanessa was the morning reporter then, and I was an intern under her for about a week. And it's just really gone full circle now that I'm in her position here on the morning show and she's at the anchor desk. And she's really just been a big influence in my journalistic career. And so from the bottom of my heart, Vanessa, I want to thank you for improving my skills and being there to support me through my journey so far. And I know you're going to kill it with your next adventure.
Thank you so much, Scott. I've given you tips, but you have ran with it, and it's been so awesome to watch him grow. And I love that it has come full circle that he started as an intern, and I remember that summer very vividly because for a few months we did not have a photographer. So I said, interns, you want to come on the morning show? Wake up at 3, 4 a.m. Come along.
Jump to that.
I'll put you to work.
You mentored a lot of people in our newsroom.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah.
Well, I've had a lot of great mentors in my life.
You mentored me, and I've been here forever. I seriously learned a lot about. When I moved to the morning show, it was a big change for me.
Yes.
And I watched you and learned a lot from you.
Yeah.
I have. So.
Well, that's good. I mean, I'm passing the reins on to you.
Yeah,
so.
I know. What am I going to do Monday?
I think you and Aaron will be just fine.
All right. We'll miss you a ton, though. We'll have more here throughout the hour today. Aaron, let's send over to you. Look at weather.
Make sure you tune in Monday for the train wreck that Thor and I are going to have with Vanessa gone. It's going to be so much fun. Hey, we're dealing with wildfire smoke. Obviously, we've been talking about it all morning thanks to the giant fire just over there on Lake Winnipeg.
Well, good morning, 6:31. Thank you for joining us on this Friday, as we've talked about, that bittersweet day, your last day here at Dakota News Now. Vanessa.
Yes, it is my last day, but I have so enjoyed my time here. You guys have been amazing to work with. I've been so lucky with such great coworkers, and moving from Sacramento, you never know what the culture, environment, and then just having a safe space here at Dakota News Now throughout my time here, it's just been awesome. So I really thank you guys for that, and I've enjoyed the messages this morning.
Yeah.
It's been fun.
Yeah.
And we still have more surprises for you here this morning as well.
More to come.
Exciting. Let's go and talk about a little bit of weather here this morning. We have rain, some much needed rain out in central South Dakota right now. We'll get up into the 80s in Aberdeen and in Pierre, but we'll be stuck in the 70s here in Sioux Falls thanks to cloud cover and the rain that's going to be moving in as well. We will see the sun come back out over the weekend. Temperatures getting back up into the 80s, so we're going to talk about that weekend forecast and the forecast for next week here in a few more minutes.
Okay, sounds good. Thanks, Aaron. Well, now we turn to some news headlines. Authorities searching for an inmate who walked away from his Sioux Falls job.
Officials say Brandon Scott left his community service job without authorization. The 39-year-old is serving time for grand theft. If you see him, call police. Well, police in Sioux Falls are searching for 2 missing teens.
Officers are asking for the public's help in finding Gizma Acol and Juliet Herrera. Both are 13 years old. Their disappearances are not related, though. We do know Herrera was last seen in a neighborhood just south of the Casey's along Rice Street. If you know of their whereabouts, police ask that you call them at 605-367-7000.
Well,
Japan is set to extend the coronavirus state of emergency in Tokyo and expand it to neighboring areas and the western city of Osaka today after a record surge in infections. A government panel approved the plan, putting areas including Tokyo under the state of emergency until August 31st. Tokyo has reported a record rise in cases for 3 days in a row, including over 3,800 cases yesterday. The cases have doubled since last week. Officials warn they may hit 4,500 a day within 2 weeks.
Well, the South Dakota Chislik Festival takes place this weekend in Freeman.
The event begins tomorrow morning and runs throughout the day. Scott Ingen live in Freeman this morning. Are we going to see some Chislik, Scott?
Hey, good morning, Thor, Vanessa. You certainly are going to see some Chislik this morning. Keith Breedlove is here. He's our celebrity chef this year for the the South Dakota Chislik Festival here in Freeman, and he's working on some Chislik on the grill right now. Look at that. It looks beautiful, looks tasty. Keith, I want to talk to you just a little bit about that Chislik. Tell us what kind of Chislik you're making right now. What kind of meat are you using?
This is mutton.
Okay.
So you got some nice little lamb.
Well, I appreciate that. And you have an announcement because there's some winners that are going to get a free helicopter ride. They are offering helicopter rides. Someone's going to get it for free.
Miss Lorraine Sorensen.
Congratulations, Lorraine.
I want to be your friend.
She gets to go on the helicopter with two friends. And
see, there's room for one more. You can take me.
We announced it.
Vanessa, back to you in the studio.
Lorraine Sorensen. Okay.
She gets a helicopter ride.
I hope you're watching this morning, or if anyone knows Lorraine Sorensen, give her a call, wake her up, because
she gets a helicopter.
She gets a free helicopter ride.
I can just smell that Chislik.
Look at, did you see those trophies they get?
Oh yeah.
I want one in my house.
Man, this is a big deal down in Freeman too. After not having it last year, it'll be bigger this year.
Yes, absolutely. Yeah. All right. Well, we got to take a short break. We'll have more news and weather when we return.
Catch Dakota News Now at 9 on Fox Sioux Falls. It's news when you want it.
Hey Vanessa, congratulations on your new job. You're going to do great things, I have no doubt. I wanted to thank you for teaching me so much. I was only at Dakota News Now for a little bit before you joined the morning show, and you have really taught me so many things, and I am going to use them forever, and I'm really grateful for our friendship and all the fun times we've had together.
Well, Vanessa, it's hard to believe that you're leaving us after all this time. I don't know what sort of experiences you'll get from Sanford, but I'm sure no experience will ever top like getting on the bull and almost getting bucked off in the chute. Anyways, the last 7 years have been a pleasure. Best of luck to you in your future endeavors.
Oh, my heart. You guys, thank you so much. That was Miranda, our morning show producer, and we call him Lurch, one of the TMPs
behind the scenes
here.
People who do a lot.
Who do everything, and we just come on and make them look good. Because they come through during the whole night and basically do a lot of the work. We come in and just double check
we
things.
got the easy job.
Exactly. Yes. Oh my goodness. Oh, the morning show. You guys have my heart. It's been amazing working with you too. I mentioned that earlier, and to everyone behind the scenes too. We have so many people that we've worked with throughout the years because you know, people come, they learn, and then they move on to other things. And everyone that I've worked with, I have not come in contact with someone I'm like, oh, I could not work with you again. Everyone has been great to work with, and when you work on the morning show, I think we all have that understanding of, holy smokes, it is early. This is not great.
We have a bond.
We have a bond.
Of that 3 a.m., 2 a.m. alarm.
Yes, and so when you come in and it's enjoyable to work with your coworkers, it makes such a big difference. So.
It really does. It makes things a lot easier too.
Yeah, so thank you guys for your messages this morning. It's been so great.
More to come.
Oh.
Yeah, more to come.
We got more to come.
Let's go ahead and talk about a little bit of weather here. We do have some rain moving through central South Dakota right now, and that is going to be very beneficial for a lot of us. It's going to slide to the south and east here as we go through the day. Here in Sioux Falls, we're going to see some of that rain basically through the rest of today. We have smoke out there this morning. Be aware of that. We are going to only get up to about 74 for a high today in Sioux Falls.
Well, welcome back to Dakota News Now. It's time for Fastcast.
And the smoky conditions leading to warnings from health officials in both South Dakota and Minnesota. All this smoke wafting in from 500 miles to the north in Canada, where a massive 300 square foot mile wildfire is burning on the eastern shores of Lake Winnipeg. The smoke has spurred state officials in both South Dakota and Minnesota to issue air quality alerts, saying people with respiratory problems should avoid too much time outdoors.
Well, reporter Scott Engen and photojournalist Shane Trail are hitting the road. They'll be visiting some of South Dakota's top tourist destinations to see how they're getting back on track. Join us all next week as they travel across the state to some fun locations. Looking forward to that. Aaron, over to you.
No, Thor, we are dealing with some rain out in central South Dakota, spreading to the east here into parts of Minnesota, too. We're going to see that rain continue to spread east here as we go through the rest of today. Here in the tri-state area, we're starting off for most of us with temperatures in the mid to upper 60s, 70 right now in Hartford, 68 Valentine, 61 in Pierre, 64 in Aberdeen. Wind not going to be an issue today, only about 5 to 15 miles per hour. We're going to see that rain move into our region and continue through the rest of today here in the Sioux Falls area, so only 74 for a high, 85 tomorrow, 80 on Sunday. We'll see plenty of sunshine over the weekend. We'll be in the 80s early next week before the 90s make a comeback here by next Thursday. Aberdeen, a slight chance for a little bit of rain here this morning. We'll be in the low 80s today, mid to upper 80s over the weekend. We'll get back up to 90 by Tuesday. And in Pierre, obviously rain this morning, 80 for a high temperature today. We'll be in the low 90s for the weekend early next week, mid 90s coming up after that.
All right, so we've been talking about all day today. Today is Vanessa's last day at Dakota News Now.
So we have a little video to celebrate her time at the station.
You know, they pulled out all the stops and they do, oh gosh. Oh. What?
Hey Vanessa, I know for most of my time here we worked completely different schedules, but I remember when we came over in the merge, you were such a positive voice and always good to see in the newsroom. You were willing to help whenever we were confused on what was going on or how things were gonna work. And I'll never forget that, and I'll never forget how welcoming you really were to all of us from KDLT and especially me, so I really appreciate that. Best of luck in your next adventure.
Hey Vanessa, it's been so fun to work with you. I appreciate all the things I've learned from you, and you will definitely be missed. Wishing you all the best in the future.
Vanessa, we are certainly going to miss you. You have been a great co-worker since I first got here, and I knew that you were a go-getter and you were going to be such a great asset to anyone that would have you in the near future. Best of luck in your next endeavor, and we definitely wish the best for you.
I'm sure you know best.
Okay. You're a good coach.
Hey Vanessa, I really enjoyed getting to know you the couple times that I got to fill in on the morning show, and it was tough waking up, but it made it a lot better getting to work with amazing people like you, and I learned so much from you, so I want to thank you for that, and I'm excited to see all you do on your next adventure.
In the short time that I've been here, Vanessa, seeing how driven you are and how passionate you are about what you do, it's really inspiring, and just nothing but the best of luck in everything that you do after this. We know that you're going to do amazing.
Vanessa, 5.5 years, not bad. I remember when you came in as a rookie, green, just like we all were, and hard worker, wanted to get after it and did a great job. You were not afraid to get on the set and make everybody feel happy and alive in the morning like you were. We're gonna miss you. You're a hard worker, great to work with, but no, you did an awesome job.
Vanessa, I didn't get to see the morning shift in you that often, but anytime I did, you were always the brightest light, and you made the whole room better for being there. You always lifted my spirits when I came in the morning, so we will certainly miss you. And the best part is knowing that wherever you go in life from here on out, you will always have that kind of personality and that effect on people. So good luck.
Vanessa, I know we didn't get a chance to work with each other a lot given the obvious time differences of our shift, but getting to work with you when I did has been nothing but a blast. And not only that, but you've always brought such a positive vibe, not only to the set and on the air, but obviously behind the scenes and just in person too. And I know you're going to carry that with you as you head down the road. And all I have to say is we are all going to miss you very, very much and wish you nothing but the best of luck in the future. Take care.
Hey Vanessa, it's Pep here. I just want to congratulate you on your new job at Sanford.
You know, the first time that I got to work with you, I was just a little intern. And I remember the first story we did, it was about 4 a.m. and you were all bubbly and lively, and I was, you know, on my like third or fourth cup of coffee just trying to stay awake. I'm gonna miss you. You were one of my favorite coworkers, but I'm not just gonna be missing my coworker, I'm also going to be missing my friend.
Oh man, you guys. Thank you so much for everything and for that video and the messages. I am going to miss this place so much. I have to say, I can't even talk.
Well, thank you, Vanessa. I mean, I've watched all the comments from viewers and over these last few days, and you brought such a light to this morning show.
Thank you. Well, you know, in our job, sometimes the news can really get you down, and I just have a strong belief that we'll get you informed, make sure you know what's going on in your communities, but also you have to have a smile on your face because positivity is so important. Before we let you all go today, though, I do want to thank not only you guys here on air, but everyone behind the scenes. You all have been amazing to work with. You've made my 5 years here amazing. My parents, Tom and Debbie, are watching on our live stream from California this morning. I get so emotional because, you know, it's hard moving from family. But they've been so great, pushing me to follow my dreams, which has been, excuse me, awesome. And I also, of course, want to thank my husband. If I wouldn't have moved here, I wouldn't have met him. And most importantly, I want to thank all of you this morning. Waking up to the viewers, it makes that 1:30 a.m. wake-up call a lot easier. And welcoming me into your homes has been amazing. And being able to go and share your personal stories and go into your communities has been the joy of a lifetime. So thank you all so much. I can't say thank you enough.
Thank you.
No, thank you. You've done such a good job.
We're gonna miss you.
I'll miss you
we're
guys
gonna see
too.
you.
Yes.
Promotional consideration paid for by Schulte Subaru, Avera Orthopedics, South Dakota Office of Highway Safety.
SUNY shines. Oh, yes. With an unforgettable performance, gymnast Suni Lee becomes the breakout star of the Tokyo Olympics.
She is going to win the Olympic all-around gold medal.
An emotional and unexpected victory.
I mean, this is just a crazy experience. Like, doesn't even feel like real life.
And this morning, we've got the Golden Girl herself here live. Breaking overnight, CDC stunner. The internal document leaked online saying the Delta variant is as contagious as chickenpox, more transmissible than the common cold, flu, and smallpox, even the vaccinated capable of spread. The CDC now saying the war has changed. Just ahead, what we now know about the alarming findings that led to that major reversal on masks and what it means for the country moving forward.
What is happening in America right now is a pandemic of the unvaccinated.
We'll have everything you need to know.